Okay, I'm sick.
I know you didn't even tell the fans.
I was hesitant to tell them. People, it's very tough times that we're in right now, and people
Right.
everything. So I wasn't sure if I was going to say it on here. No, I was just going to kind of cough through it and hope y'all get the hint. But yeah, I have it, and it's dropping 81 on me right now. It's definitely been rough for the past few days, but we back and getting through it. I've been taking my tea and vitamins and all of that, and it's not too bad. I guess you could say in comparison to what obviously we've seen for many others, sadly. So
yeah, but you throw baby now,
huh?
I said, but you throw baby now.
I'm not gonna agree to that. I don't know how to respond, but okay. Yeah, I'm talking now, and we are back. It's your boy G Alonso, Alec Foster, episode 6300.
Yes, sir.
Tuning in. Follow us on Twitter, section 300 Sports. Sorry, updating the at there, and then at section.300 on IG. Definitely follow us online. Make sure you subscribe to the show here for all YouTube viewers. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we're back because it's about to be a good weekend. It's about to be a very good weekend. The NFL playoffs start this weekend with multiple games going on Saturday and Sunday, and I got plenty of time now, so I'll be home watching it all. And Alec, where you want to start with these games? It's surely going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, it should be a fun wild card weekend. Got some matchups on Saturday, more Saturday football. Yep. Tomorrow, today's Friday that we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
The first game, we got the Colts at 11-5 at the Bills, who are 13-3.
Yep.
I think this should be a really good game. It might surprise some people just how hot the Bills have been. I think you might expect them to blow the Colts out, but I think the Colts defense is pretty solid, and I think they're going to make it a competitive playoff game. I think most of these games actually are going to be competitive. It should be good. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this one?
I see all the hype that the Bills have, and I'm picking them. I know I'm hesitant, and I'm hesitant because I do like the Colts a lot, and though Phillip Rivers has been someone who was the former Charger, and we know the Chargers have been for forever, and we saw even the Colts recently blow leads and things.
Right.
There's a hesitancy to fully rely on them as seasons get going. With that, I think that they could turn the corner in these playoffs. I think that defense, as you mentioned, definitely could keep them in this game against this offense that everybody's in love with in Buffalo right now. But yeah, I think that the Bills are just rolling. It's just going to be a good game. It's going to be a very good game. And I see the Colts keeping it close rather than the blowout that people may expect because of how Buffalo looks right now.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. I kind of wanted to pick the Colts as an upset, but I do love how Josh Allen and Diggs have been connecting. I know Diggs is questionable. He should be playing though.
Right.
Because he's dealing with some injuries from week 16, week 17. But if he's good to go, especially I think the Bills should keep on rolling. As you said, I think Josh Allen has proven to be top 5 QB this season at least.
Yeah.
And I think while the Colts have kind of found an offensive rhythm and with their run game, and Jonathan Taylor had I think maybe broke a record in that last game where he had 230 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's found a groove with his running game, and Phillip Rivers, while he has regressed from what he used to be, has still managed to find some chemistry with Ty and Michael Pittman and others. So I think that, like you said, they'll make it a competitive game, but I favor the Bills in this one.
Yeah, that was my last point. Actually, that's what I was thinking of earlier. Actually, Phillip Rivers came into Indianapolis and it did what they wanted him to do. They got into the playoffs, got them an 11-5 record, and he's in position to potentially make a run. So, with him doing what they need to do, if he plays at least somewhat to his usual self, that they could very well steal this game. So, yeah, definitely a fun one that I'm looking forward to Saturday morning, I believe it is.
Yep. And then next up, a good divisional matchup with the Rams, who are 10-6 on the season, at the Seahawks, who are 12-4. This should be an interesting one. I think it's still uncertain whether or not Jared Goff is going to start for the Rams, coming off his surgery, I believe, on his thumb.
Mm-hmm.
And they had their backup, who was on LinkedIn before. In week 17, but got the job done for them, got the win for them.
Right.
So did his job, and that Rams defense is elite still. So they obviously have the ability to make it a competitive game, whether it's Goff behind center or not. So what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I think this is a game where you actually have two very good defenses. The Seahawks have turned around their defense from where they
after that horrible start, they got it going.
They were one of the worst defenses in the league to start the season, and now are, I think, potentially a top 5 defense. I can't remember exactly where they rank, but they're up there as one of the better defenses to hang into the playoffs right now. So with them having a good defense, and then the Rams having a good defense, it then goes down to which offense will be able to combat the other a little bit more. I think the Seahawks and Russell Wilson and DK and those boys will compete against the Rams defense a little bit better than the Rams offense does against the Seahawks defense. So rolling with Russell and those boys, and hopefully Russell can get it done for them. I know he might probably have MVP discussion, and might not. We shall see. But he can turn things around and get some wins in the playoffs potentially with a good start here against the Rams on Saturday. So I'm rolling with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement here on this one again. I'm rolling with the Seahawks as well. I think Russ has the chance to, obviously, as we said, he fell out of the MVP votes, but he has a chance to return to that form, and he's produced in the playoffs before, won a Super Bowl before. So we know he's capable. We know that DK, while he's going to face a tough secondary, I'm sure wants to perform when the lights are the brightest in the playoffs as well too. So I'm looking at DK to have a big game. He hasn't in the previous 2 matchups that they've had against the Rams. So I'm looking for him to try to make a statement.
I don't expect DK to have one because he's on Jalen. Jalen still looks like the best corner in the league still. And he'll shut that down still. As he has kind of done in their past 2 meetings. So I think actually the other guys, I think it's the impact of Chris Carson and the reemergence of Tyler Lockett and others of that step up, because I think for sure they're going to try to at least shut down their Seahawks go-to guy in DK. So we'll see how things go. But I don't know.
That's why I'm looking at him as an X factor, because he's had pretty much been locked up in the previous 2 matchups with them. I'm looking for him to seek to be a major factor in this one. I think regardless if the Rams have Wofford or Goff under center, I think you give the nod to Russ in that department, just being a game manager. And I think it's going to be important for Russ to take care of the football, not turn it over. Yep. But as you said, that Seahawks defense is much improved with the trade they made for Dunlap in the middle of the season, and that pass rush getting a boost there. I think the Seahawks will be able to get it done in another competitive game, as we said. Yep. With this last matchup of the Saturday games, we got the Buccaneers who are 11-5 on the season at the Washington football team, who are 7-9, but 4-1 when Alex Smith has started on the year. And Bruce Arians made a point to make that clear, that while the Washington football team's 7-9, when Alex Smith has been under center, they've been a different team. So what are your thoughts there?
I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it. And it's just I like the energy that they have been showing, that they're lack of fear, even though knowing that they're one of the lesser teams in the playoffs, or just potentially just around right now of these remaining teams. Just the confidence that they have shown over the last month or so, it's been since they really turned things around. Loving what Young and that defense is doing, and the offense when Alex Smith is under center, as you mentioned, looks decent enough and can be at least somewhat. So while I know Tom Brady at 43 still put up another, wherever that 5,000 yard or wherever that was, I don't know what exactly that's where, but still put up a big season. And it looks like that cliff everybody was talking about it was definitely wasn't the case for him.
Right.
What this Washington team tells me that they can walk into. Actually, no, they're at home.
No, they're at home. Yeah.
Having
500, but they're the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Right. Being at home, they could take advantage of that and wanting to challenge as well. I think they can step up and get the job done. So, yeah. Is Antonio Gibson back?
He's questionable. He's questionable. He may play.
Yeah. If they have their two top offensive options as well as Logan Thomas, I think that they actually can. Sorry if you hear that.
Yeah, it's all good though.
All right, yeah, I think if they have all the weapons available to them with Alex Smith, as you mentioned, I think that Washington can get the job done, and that defense can actually, I don't know if I'll say shut them down, but can stop Tampa Bay enough to let Alex Smith get the dub for them.
Yeah. Washington football team has had one of the better pass defenses all year, honestly, in the league, and that might have been unnoticed by some or by the casual fan, but the defense has anchored them while they struggled offensively when Alex Smith was out and Kyle Allen or Haskins or Henneke or whatever. As Bruce Arians said, they're a 4-1 team with Alex Smith under center, and he's a consistent game manager. I mean, back to his Kansas City days, and he was winning games with not a lot of weapons around him. And so I think he's capable of keeping this game close, and this defense is capable of keeping this game close. They're just going to need a couple big plays, and I don't know if they get those. They have a tight end in Logan Thomas who's been really good for them. J.D. McKissic has been really good pass catching out of the backfield. So if Gibson can't go, they still have a sturdy back there. McLaurin is questionable. He should play, though. I think he's played pretty much every game.
Yep.
So it's going to take a big play or two, I think, for Washington to be able to pull this out because of all the weapons that Tampa Bay has. You mentioned Brady, I think, throwing for another 45 touchdowns or whatever this season. Right. He's got an unlimited amount of weapons, and even if Mike Evans isn't 100% or isn't able to play, he's still got Godwin and Antonio Brown and Ronald Jones back and Gronk. So I think Washington will make it a game, but I'm not comfortable. As much as Chase Young asked for Tom Brady this week, I'm not comfortable saying that they'll be able to get the job done against that team. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers in that one. I do like the upset pick there. That's one to watch from here.
I understand because Tampa Bay seems to be rolling as well. I just like the energy that Washington has right now. And I'll go with them and see if they can actually get the job done. So yeah, give me a good one.
Yeah.